Hello and welcome to the Recovery Pod, the podcast for the North East Hants, Farnham and Surrey Recovery College. I'm your host Pete Strachan, and today we will be talking about coping in difficult times. Thank you all for joining us. Maintaining good mental well-being, coping and staying safe, especially during very trying times, can be difficult, even for those not suffering with mental ill health. But there are some very simple things you can do to help relieve stress and generally maintain your overall well-being.
Self-care.
Self-care is very important. Making sure you are well fed and well rested will have a massive impact on your body's ability to cope with the physiological reactions it will experience as a response to stress stimulus. Exercise is a great way to reduce the impact of stress, relaxing your body and releasing endorphins to make you feel healthy and happy. Making sure you take any prescribed medications at the correct time, in the correct dose, will also help keep your body on track.
Setting aside time for things you enjoy.
All of us are guilty at one time or another of denying ourselves time to pursue things we enjoy. Often we feel it is selfish to focus on ourselves, and this is simply untrue, and allowing yourself time to enjoy a hobby, relax with a loved one, or simply watch TV can be a great way for the mind to untangle the stresses of the day. The key is balance.
Listen to your body.
Stress produces a variety of effects on the body, and it is important to try and listen to what your body is telling you, and where possible, give the body what it needs without shaming yourself for having that extra donut or having a nap during the day. Long-time anxiety sufferers will tell you that after an anxious episode, they will feel drained and crave quick energy foods to counteract the effects. So don't punish yourself for what your body needs.
Connecting with people.
Whether it be friends, family or professionals, by phone, text or just a chat, being able to share your thoughts with another person is a great way to relieve tension and start realising that almost everyone experiences times when things just get too much. Triggers and responses may vary, but it is very likely that resulting feelings will be very similar. Remember that if you don't feel comfortable sharing your anxiety with someone you know, there are always other options. The Samaritans offer a phone, text or email service, and of course, safe havens and crisis line in times of intense anxiety. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by two of the Recovery College volunteers. I'd very much like to welcome Lara Kinvin and Claire Jerome. Hello ladies.
Hello. How are you?
Thank you very much for joining me. So, today we've been talking about ways to cope in difficult times. Claire, do you have any thoughts?
So through difficult times, I've found myself trying to connect more with other people. So sort of going through my old address book and sort of elderly relatives who live quite far away or people I haven't spoken to in a while and trying to go back to paper and pen just to be a bit old school and sort of send some letters to people. And it's just quite nice to get things in the post. Trying to do, self-care, which I'm sure a lot of us find quite hard. But even the basic stuff of just, taking medication, eating properly, getting some good sleep. The one thing that I found really, really great, on particularly anxious bad days, is a gravity blanket. It's like a weighted blanket. They cost quite a lot, to be honest. It's quite an investment. But my sleep and everything, because it feels as though you're being hugged. So it lowers your blood pressure and cortisol levels and stuff like that. And something I've got into recently is buying quite a lot of plants, which I found it's made me de-stress a little bit and have a bit of green in the house, which is quite nice. So there's a few things, but yeah.
Okay. Going back to the writing, the actual act of putting pen to paper, I imagine that's quite therapeutic in its own right.
Yeah, and I think buying some nice cards, some nice stationery, and sort of being thoughtful about what to send people. Yeah, so that's something that's quite mindful to actually do.
And I suppose it also gives you the chance to order your thoughts more accurately.
Yeah, if they can read my handwriting, it's no problem. But I think we get so used to technology and just texting everyone, and it's just nice to do something that takes that little bit of extra time and energy, and hopefully a bit more appreciated.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
And how about you, Lara?
Well, I find that just having a routine has been really good. It's really good for me in hard times. It's just the fact of sort of sometimes not even wanting to get out of bed. And I know that from my experience, I know that once I am up and getting into routine, my day is generally better. Getting outside for a bit of exercise. I've recently got my bike out again. I do quite a lot of walking. The sun is amazing. The sun, really boosts my mood. And it is just actually remembering to breathe and to appreciate nature around me. It's the senses. It's using the senses, really. Yes. And like Claire was saying, getting back to writing and some craft. Just being creative, and again out in the garden.
Okay, and then do you find the days that you're more active, you actually feel like you have more energy?
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah,
yes.
It's definitely that. Yeah, the more you do, the more you want to do. I consider myself to be quite well for quite a while now, so it is just it is really, self-care is right at the top of my list. Which a lot of people, I think, find that really difficult. They find it selfish or self-indulgent, or look after everyone else first. But I think that's crucial to remember, that we need to look after ourselves.
Can't pour from an empty cup, can you? And
yeah,
I'm very much with the getting outdoors every day. It's just trying just 10 minutes or half an hour just to get outside, sunshine, breathe in some fresh air, and also just try and even switch off the phone for half an hour, or limit some of the news you watch or social media and stuff like that, and just sort of, it's actually, I always feel worse for reading it or listening to it most of the time, and actually am I getting anything from it? So it's just thinking about actually what you absorb, and how it can affect your mood.
Yeah, that's very wise.
And I think when things are so difficult, as they've been recently, or any time really, when things are out of your control so much, it's just remembering what you can control. And some of the stuff on the news and that, I can't do much about it. So it's just thinking, what can I do in my day-to-day life? Again, it's like the routine and things that you can do.
I think it's being very selective about what you do watch, and knowing that you have a choice to turn it off. You have a choice not to look at it. People can get drawn into things, and then it's a vicious circle or roller coaster of emotions. But we just step away from it, turn things off, don't focus on it. I find that really helps.
No, I absolutely agree. Well, thank you very much, ladies. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, and we thank you for your time.
That's not a problem.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this recovery pod, and that some of the thoughts in this show have been useful. Until next time, remember, be kind to yourself and stay safe.